the middle of the night. You're exhausted, the room is dark, and sleep is seconds away. Then, without warning, it arrives. A memory from 7 years ago. A joke that landed wrong at a dinner table. A name you called out confidently to the wrong person. A handshake that turned into an accidental fist bump, then a high five, then an awkward pause that lasted slightly too long. You weren't thinking about it. You hadn't thought about it in years. But here it is, vivid and unwelcome, replaying in full detail at the exact moment you least want it. Why does this keep happening? And why always at 3 a.m.? The answer starts not with embarrassment, but with what your brain is actually doing when you think it's doing nothing. When you stop focusing on a task, when you put down your phone, close your laptop, or simply stare at the ceiling, your brain doesn't power down, it switches modes. Neuroscientists call this the default mode network, a connected set of brain regions that activates specifically during rest, daydreaming, and self-reflection. Far from idling, the default mode network is one of the brain's most energy-intensive states. It's during this mode that the brain does its most important behind-the-scenes work, reviewing past experiences, simulating future scenarios, and sorting through unresolved emotional material. Think of it like a filing system running its nightly backup. While you were busy during the day, experiences were captured but not fully processed. Now, with fewer demands competing for resources, the brain gets to work. And not all memories are filed equally. Research in memory consolidation shows that emotionally charged experiences receive priority processing. The amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, tags certain memories as significant during the moment they occur. The stronger the emotional charge, the higher the tag, and the more likely that memory is to be replayed and reinforced during rest. Embarrassing memories carry an unusually strong tag. But to understand why, you have to understand what embarrassment actually is. Embarrassment isn't just discomfort, it's a self-conscious emotion, one that requires you to see yourself through the eyes of others and register a gap between how you wanted to appear and how you actually appeared. This kind of social self-monitoring has deep evolutionary roots. For most of human history, belonging to a group wasn't a preference, it was survival. Being excluded, ridiculed, or seen as incompetent carried genuine consequences in a world where no one survived alone. So the brain evolved to treat social failure as a threat worth remembering. When you stumble in public, your brain doesn't file it under minor inconvenience. It flags it as unresolved social data, information that might help you avoid a similar outcome next time. That's why the memory keeps coming back, not to torment you, but to review the situation, extract the lesson, and update your internal model of how to navigate the social world. This still doesn't explain the timing. During the day, your brain is flooded with sensory input, conversations, tasks, notifications, decisions. This constant stream of external stimulation suppresses the default mode network, pushing it aside in favor of more immediate demands. But at night, the input stops. The room goes dark and quiet. The distractions disappear, and the default mode network finally gets the silence it needs to run freely. The memories that have been waiting, the ones tagged as emotionally unresolved, rise to the surface. The quieter the environment, the louder they become. So the next time a 7-year-old memory ambushes you at 3 a.m., consider what's actually happening. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It isn't punishing you for past awkwardness or cataloging your worst moments out of spite. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do, reviewing the moments that mattered socially, processing the emotions attached to them, and quietly trying to make you better at being human. Which, when you think about it, is either deeply reassuring or the most exhausting thing you've ever heard.